Hello and welcome back. So, in the last episode, we started designing our board game, and I left you off with the challenge to design your board game from start to finish. We learned about how to add elements, we learned how to create a background, and we learned to create some rules, and I left you guys with some ideas. So, this is the board that I created. For example, here on my board, of course, I added 4 player tokens. And I have them all lined up here on the starting square. And so we can now go ahead and playtest our game. So the way this game works is you're going to need to use a dice. And especially if your game uses a dice, you might not have brought a dice with you, which is completely fine because I don't actually have any dices, but I have this amazing online tool, which is that if you go to Google and if you just type into Google roll a dice, it will show you this result up here, and you can just click on the blue roll button and it will roll the dice for you, and then it can come out with an answer. For example, it came out with this number, and that means that we have to move forward 5 times. So I'm going to grab my favorite color, and then I'm going to go ahead and just drag it out. So we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks like I landed on the hop on 1 foot for 15 seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And once I've done that, I can go for my next turn. So again, we're going to roll that dice, and we're going to move up 5 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the way, I should mention, the thing that I'm doing now is called playtesting. So right now is the best time to do said playtesting. You should probably test out the game flow, make sure that it's easy but not too easy, and if there's anything that you feel like you need to change, now's the time to do that before you start sharing it with other people. Also, one of the things to note is, as you can see on my board, I've actually added some unlocky boxes, like for example the one where it says go back to start. For example, it's a great box to have that can challenge some players. Another thing that I also added were some skip rounds. So for example, if a player lands on that, they would have to skip 1 round, and I even added some physical challenges like holding your breath for 10 seconds, or hopping on 1 foot for 15 seconds. So these are all small things that you can do to make your game flow a lot more exciting, a little bit difficult, but not too difficult. Another thing that I should mention is that when you're ready and when you've ran through your first playtest, that is the best time to make some corrections. And then once you've made those corrections, if needed, then start inviting people over to start doing some testing. See how people react to your game. And if there's anything that you think or feel that you should change, then is the time to do it before we save and export it. So once you've finished all of your changes and you feel like you're ready to go, make sure to head to the top of Buncee where it says Untitled and name it. Make sure that you write your name in the title so we know who it belongs to, and then it's ready to be shared with friends and family. And now you've made your first board game, so congratulations.